Welcome back. Let's do the first example of SQL injection. So in the previous video we took a quick guide that told us how exactly we can exploit certain types of SQL injection. Right now let's see how we can put that to practice with our OWASP BWA machine. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to the OWASP motilde2, and from here I want you to navigate to OWASP 2013 A1 injection SQL, and we want to go with the first example, which is user info SQL. Let's click on that, and this is the application that we want to try to perform SQL injection on. So if we follow the same guide from the previous video, we should be able to get it to work. Let's give it a try. So first let's take a look at the application itself. It requires the name and the password in order to view account details. Let's type anything just to see whether it will work. Click on view account details and we get results for test, 0 records found, authentication error, bad username or password. If we remember from the previous video, in most cases we can take a look whether there is an SQL injection on a web page if we make the application run into an error by specifying something like a single quote. Let's give it a try. If we try to specify a single quote for both name and password and we click on view account details, we still don't get anything. Let's also give it a try like this, test single quote and test single quote. Perhaps we can make it crash, or perhaps we can make it give us some details that we didn't have. And by those details I mean something like this error message. So we typed in test single quote for the name and for the password, and it gave us this error message. We didn't exploit it yet, but we are aware that this does cause an error in the application. And if we take a closer look inside of this error, it does also give us the SQL query used to query the database. If we take a look where our username is being specified, we have single quote creating a problem right here, and we also have a single quote creating a problem in the password variable. Why? Well, because both of them have one open single quote and two closed single quote, resulting in this error. So what we can do is we can try to perform the same thing from the previous video. Just this time we don't really know the correct username like we did know in the previous lecture or in the previous guide. How can we bypass that? Well, we can type the same command, which is, for example, test single quote or 1 equals to 1. And we can type this for both username and password. Now, since our username is in the middle of the syntax, we can't really use dash dash at the end to comment out the rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to type it in like this. Test, single quote, or single quote, 1, single quote, equals, single quote, 1. This will be our username. Now, you could be asking, well, why didn't we specify single quote at the end? Well, that is because we already have it inside the SQL query. Our input is getting stored between the single quotes by default. So this end single quote inside of the username will replace the end single quote that should belong to this one number. And then we will get the username to be equal to test, or 1 under single quotes is equal to 1 under single quotes, which should be correct. We want to specify the same thing for our password. So pretty much you can just copy this and paste it right here. And if we click on view account details, scroll a little bit down, here it is. We successfully exploited the application, and now, since we didn't specify a unique user, now we got the entire database of users outputted right here. We got their usernames and their passwords as well as their signature. And we got passwords for every username inside the database. Now you can see how dangerous this can be. Now we can access any of these accounts that we got right here by going simply on the login screen, which is right here, and specifying their username and password. This was also a simple example, but nonetheless it has a powerful result that you can really do some damage with. But in the next lecture, we're going to take a look at more advanced example inside of our DVWA application. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture.